Well, that leads to a couple of questions that we're going to be probably way more questions than what we've got answers for today overall. But let's look at manufacturing a little bit. Manufacturing is always been associated with automation. You know, we start off with the assembly line, and then we went to the moving assembly line. How is AI different from automation?
Yeah, so I had a really good conversation with Dr. Josh Penny, who is kind of leads research in the manufacturing space from a programmatic standpoint on campus. And he said that really a lot of people, when they think about automation, they're thinking about hardware. And automation really, the goal of automation is to, what is that? Let processes run automatically. And automation really is not there to help you make decisions. You are making the decision for this process and defining the scope of that process. Where AI is really about defining what is the outcome that you're trying to accomplish. It's more intelligent than just an automated process where you maybe define specific metrics that it abides by. AI can actually service some of these areas within an automated process that the people need to take a closer look at and define where can they create efficiencies, where can they apply these new methods or improve the process.
And there's the ramp. Yeah. So can AI help manufacturers predict failures before it puts brakes?
Yeah, so they can definitely. So one of the projects that at AI TechX, we have most research universities, R1 universities, have a similar process that we do, which is having internalized research funding. And basically, the goal of internal research dollars is to give time back to the faculty that are trying to solve for a grand challenge. You know, a lot of the faculty that you'll meet at the University of Tennessee, a public institution, they have obligations associated with teaching, and they don't always spend all of their time or a lot of their time on research unless they're bought out by a large grant or a sponsored research project. So we have taken that challenge and actually supported faculty through our internal seed funders. And the way that our seed funding is different than your traditional seed fund, which might be used to support the pursuit of a federal fund with NSF or DOE is super heavy in this region, is we gave our seed funds to researchers that were solving for grand challenges defined by a business. And so one example, when we're speaking to this problem, quality control inspection. So Volkswagen actually has, as you would imagine, a lot of quality control inspection processes down at their plant in Chattanooga. And they approached us and said, we're spending a whole lot on these different vision systems. We have to bring in new types of talent that we've never hired before. You know, they're not an automotive manufacturer, not a data science company. So this is new territory for them. And so we connected them with one of our researchers, Dr. Sai Swaminathan, who actually is a researcher in vision systems and edge devices, and also artificial intelligence. He's a really impressive guy if you guys are actually talking to him. But he was able to come to Volkswagen with an approach where he would integrate these low-cost, low-power vision systems. And those vision systems, it's called a hyperspectral vision system, which is sort of a new technology, but it can actually detect light, and it computes on the edge using the blinking zeros and ones from a sensor. So you attach what usually would be a couple $100 sensor. He's created one that costs less than $10, strapped it on to a manufacturing machine tool or a robot, and it can detect anomalies in temperature and vibration. And also these created vision systems that can do actual quality control inspection. And so the project that they focused on over the last year was about identifying anomalies in VIN numbers. And so if you know much about automotive manufacturing, at least this is the information that Volkswagen gave us, is that if you get the VIN number wrong, then it costs you $10,000. You're fined, which can be a third of the cost of the vehicle. And so he was able to take this new approach to vision systems and AI using edge devices and actually extract the information at a higher accuracy that would have been really cumbersome for one of their line workers to do with 100% accuracy. And so there is a lot of examples like that. There's different types of vision systems, there's different types of edge computing, but there's a lot of big opportunities, especially in manufacturing where there's a ton of data.
Well, it sounds like mistakes will be kind of pricey with just small errors. We get tired of getting asleep at some point in time, right? And so if we've had a rough night of sleep or something, that type of system looks like it could really save a lot of money and keep you from having just a human element that can pretty bad and kind of cost thousands.
Yeah, one of the things that's really that is exciting about working with the university is when you're a business is you're able to consider new approaches to these types of technologies. There's lots of stuff off the shelf, and I definitely encourage manufacturers to identify those off the shelf solutions. But if you're looking for a cutting edge or a new approach, or even a big part of the research process for working with a university is you're also supporting talent development. I mean, these PhD students, these graduate students that are involved in the research projects are future talent that you can procure and bring into your team. And this whole challenge of, well, we're an automotive manufacturer, we're not always involved in the data and AI space. This is a new opportunity to actually pipeline that type of talent to your organization within the context of research. So yeah, absolutely.
Well, and I've had ideas, I ponder about things in my spare time, of just things that you can make and create. And with that in mind, how should manufacturers think about balancing that human expertise with the AI recommendations?
Yeah, so this is a constant topic that we work through within AI TechX is how can we create intelligence within industry when they're making decisions about how to hire, how to manage their existing labor. And one thing I always like to call out when we have these conversations is industry. I mean, whoever feels like they're behind in work, at work. I mean, all of us. And that's something that we don't always talk about is the fact that there is a overabundance of work constantly bombarding us that we always feel like we're behind. I mean, ever since we got cell phones, we're busier than we ever have been because people can reach us all the time. So when you're talking about augmenting, not just in manufacturing, but any type of organization, is you want to identify those tasks that are really mundane, time-consuming, and hard to retain talent for. A lot of reasons why there is turnover in organizations is because the tasks can be super mundane. Maybe the jobs associated with those types of tasks are not going to be requiring you to have a whole lot of high-level skills, which means you may not be getting compensated as competitively as you would want to. And so I think AI actually gives us an opportunity to elevate existing roles within the organization where people might be working in those and doing those mundane tasks. So by incorporating AI, you're actually creating value for that person to use their expertise to extract the information that AI gives them and make the ultimate decision. You're enabling them to do more. So like I said, when we're behind all the time, a lot of it is just because we're doing super time-consuming stuff. So if we can enable AI tools to take away some of that burden, then you're giving them more time to do their actual job. And you're going to create new types of positions, like I said, that don't exist. I mean, information technology, back in the 1940s, that wasn't a job category, and now it's one of the biggest in the country. And so I always like to use the horse and buggy example. If you look at horse and buggy in its heyday, it probably created a lot of jobs. But when you look at and it got displaced by automotive manufacturing. But automotive manufacturing creates more jobs than horse and buggy ever could have. And I think the same is probably for AI, where it's going to create higher quality jobs. It's going to create jobs that it's going to be able to integrate into people's processes so that they can have a little bit more efficiency and do the things that they want to do, not the things that they have to do that are time consuming. So I don't think the strategy for employers is to bring in AI and eliminate those positions. It's to elevate the people that work in those roles by giving them the tools that they need.